this is a sin. I've been further under the house, look days than you've ever been. You humbugging me, you humbugging me. I believe those stories, but now you humbugging me. You told me to die that you love me. They said you go through fire and pain. Last week you wrote me a letter. They said I'll see you if it don't rain. You humbugging me, you humbugging me. I believe those stories, but now you humbugging me.
Music there from Johnny Winter and a track there, Be Careful with a Fool. Now, that's from his Red, White, and Blues album. But I think that song with Winter goes way, way back to the start of his recording career. Maybe on that Blue, what is it, Second Winter? I think maybe he was on that one originally. But anyway, so have you noticed the number of rock films that are coming out? And it's interesting also on PBS, they're showing a lot of rockumentaries, as they say. And they sure love the Beatles. Don't we all? Don't we all? There's no doubt about it. But recently saw the Paul McCartney one on Man on the Run, where they go through a discussion about the band Wings, which was very interesting. And saw it at the IMAX, but it's also, I think it's on Netflix or something. And it's certainly interesting if you were into the Beatles, and particularly the Wings aspect of McCartney's career. What's interesting is he went on and became really a dominant figure in music, a dominant songwriter, and such a wonderful voice. But kind of what separates the Beatles, I think, from a lot of other bands is a band is lucky to have one good songwriter. And occasionally, like the Stones or Led Zeppelin, Simon and Garfunkel, maybe a little bit, you get two good songwriters. But the Beatles had really three amazing songwriters. Any one of those songwriters, Harrison, Lennon, or McCartney, probably could have had a pretty interesting career in their own right. But really, that I think is kind of the distinguishing characteristic there. But it was pretty interesting. So let's catch a track from McCartney in this new album that they have out, Man on the Run, which is kind of a retrospective of his really impressive career.
Just a little baby boy. Every night I would go home. Your number brought me joy.
me something I understand. You gave me loving in the palm of my hand. I can't tell you how I feel. My heart is like a wheel. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to you. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to you. I wanna tell you, and now's the time. I wanna tell you that you're going to be mine. I can't tell you how I feel. My heart is like a wheel. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to you. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to you. Yeah, I can't tell you how I feel. My heart is like a wheel. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to you. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to you. You gave me something I understand. You gave me loving in the palm of my hand. I can't tell you how I feel. My heart is like a wheel. Let me roll it. Let me roll it to you. Let me roll it. Come on now. Let me roll it to you. Let me roll it to you.
Well, if you don't want to, well, if you don't want to, if you don't want to, you better let that lie alone. Let me tell you, people, how a lie will do. He's always coming with something new. He'll steal your heart with false pretense. Make it out like he's your very best friend. Soon as he find out you believe what he said, then that lie gonna have his way. Well, if you don't want to, no, if you don't want to, if you don't want to, you better let that lie alone. When everything's at perfect peace, here comes that lie with his
gonna find out who the IRS amends. My rent is past due, my bank account is in the negative. Only bad news seem to come my way. I never ever should have even gotten out of bed today. On my job, the boss cussed me out for being half-past late. He said he don't care that my car caught fire on the interstates. Fantasized all day about leaving this place. I never ever should have even gotten out of bed today. Seeking solace in the sanctity of my house. My girlfriend has got a boyfriend, never guesses how I found that out. She says it's my fault for leaving her to go to work all day. I never ever should have even gotten out of bed today.
Music there from Selwyn Birchwood and a track from him called Should Have Never Gotten Out of Bed. And there are days I do feel that way. I'm sure you do as well. Also, we heard new music from Mike Finnigan and Leave That Liar Alone. Now, Finnigan, if you look at just about any blues album by a major artist over the last 5 years, chances are pretty high Mike Finnigan's on that record. He's a keyboard player and he plays with a lot of artists. And I think he was in town along with Sue Foley and Jimmy Vaughn when they were playing out in West Omaha. But new music from Mike Finnigan. Speaking of new music, we've got The Movies. Matt Whipkey has reformed his original band called The Movies. They've released a really interesting, kind of fun video and a song called Ruffin. And they have a new album coming out in the near future. Hopefully we get a shot at that to share that with you as well. Let's hear from Whipkey and The Movies right here on Pacific Street Blues.
Ruffin, you alone, the cat. Is she never coming back? Later, but sooner than passions, a virtue or a killer lives next door, and the bodies that pile the floor.
the Smiths, the Relays too. The blacks, the Irish, Italians, the Germans, and the Jews. They come across the water 1,000 miles from home with nothing in their bellies but the fire down below. They died building the railroads, they worked the bones and skin. They died in the fields and factories, names scattered in the wind. Died to get here 100 years ago, they're still dying now. The hands that built the country were always trying to keep out. There's diamonds in the sidewalk, the gutters line song. Deer hair, the beer flows with the faucets all night long. There's trailer for the taking for any unworking man who'll make his home in the American land. Who'll make his home in the American land. Who'll make his home in the American land.
Music there from Bruce Springsteen and his song about immigrants, particularly those from Ireland in that song. Take a brief Underwriters break and come back with new music from Tinsley Ellis and Lucinda Williams right here on Pacific Street Blues.
Had no time for the corner boys down in the street making all that noise. Don't want no horse on 8th Avenue, 'cause tonight I'm gonna be with you. 'Cause tonight I'm gonna take that ride across the river to the Jersey side. Take my baby to the carnival, and I'll take you all over the rides. Down the shore, everything's alright. You and your baby on a Saturday night, yeah. Don't you know my dreams come true when I'm walking down the street with you? Sing sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la, sha-la-la. Nothing else matters in this whole wide world.
can sleep at night. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la-la, I'm in love with a Johnny girl. Sha-la-la-la, yeah. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. Sha-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. Oh, I'm in love with a Johnny girl.
It's hard to believe what's going down, but I ain't surprised. History will come back around through the fall and the rise. Darkness always hangs around, preying on the weak. They will kill to keep me down. They don't want me to speak. So let me remind you just what's at stake. Apathy will blind you until it's way too late. So don't take me for granted. I'm strong in the light.
music there from Lucinda Williams and a track from her called Freedom Speaks. Now, to the English listeners, I hear she's going to do a European tour, so you might keep an eye out for her in, I think it's September, she's going to be up in the Newcastle area is what I've heard. Also, prior to that, of course, Tom Waits and a pretty famous track now. It's called Jersey Girl. Right here on Pacific Street Blues. Well, we do podcast our show. You can catch it on podcast. Just Google Pacific Street Blues podcast and it pops right up. It's funny how easy that works. All you got to do is turn your speakers on and press play. Now, we do have the extended shows, the spotlight shows on Substack. So if you Google Substack Pacific Street Blues, you'll get all those shows where we take in-depth looks at artists like Fats Domino, Muddy Waters, Robert Johnson, Eric Clapton, the folk and roots blues of Led Zeppelin, which I think turned out pretty well, the Everly Brothers, John Hyatt, Johnny Cash, Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, you name it. We've taken a look at them, and they're out there. If you're looking for something to listen to, well, why don't you give us a shot? Why don't you give us a shot, man? All right. Well, we got new music from Tinsley Ellis for you right here on Pacific Street Blues.
Wise man told me back in the day, just can't keep it unless you give it away. I'm too broke to worry, too broke to worry. If you don't wanna worry, stay broke all the time. Give some to me and I'll give some to you. Works both ways and you know it's true. I'm too broke to worry, too broke to worry. If you don't wanna worry, stay broke all the time. Seen a lot of weird stuff in my day, but I never seen a bank truck in a funeral parade. I'm too broke to worry, too broke to worry. If you don't wanna worry, stay broke all the time. Like that camel need a lie, you know. You can't get to heaven with a whole lot of dough. I'm too broke to worry, too broke to worry. If you don't wanna worry, stay broke all the time. If you don't wanna worry, stay broke all the time.
Not even yet.
Hey, hey, mama, what's the matter here? Hey, hey, mama, what's the matter here? You didn't have to tell me that you love me so. You didn't have to love me, mama, let me go. Hey, hey, mama, what's the matter here? You didn't have to make me a total disgrace. You didn't have to leave me with that beer in my face. Hey, hey, mama, what's the matter here? That's alright. It's awful doggone clear. Hey, hey, baby, why you treating me mean? Oh, oh, baby, why you treating me mean? You didn't have to crucify me like you did. You didn't have to tell me I was just your kid. Hey, mama, why you treat me mean? You didn't have to say you'd always be by my side. You didn't have to tell me you'd be my blushing bride. Hey, hey, mama, why you treat me mean? But that's alright, I know your sisters too. You didn't have to tell me that you love me so. You didn't have to leave me, mama, let me go. Hey, hey, mama, what is wrong with you? You didn't have to leave me like a total disgrace. You didn't have to leave me with that beer on my face. Hey, hey, mama, what is wrong with you? Oh, but that's alright, I'll be the same way too. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, baby. Now, my baby, you didn't have to crucify me like you did. You didn't have to tell me I was just your kid. Hey, hey, mama, what's the matter here? You didn't have to tell me you would be my own. You didn't have to tell me, baby, let me go. Hey, hey, mama, what is wrong with you? That's alright, I know you're a sister too. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh,
From their album entitled Physical Graffiti, that's Black Country Woman from the band Led Zeppelin. Take a brief Underwriters break and come back with new music from the Black Crowes and our own Sebastian Lane.
For your sympathy, hope you understand. I tilt my head to you swiftly desperados. But best believe with the dusking I shall get my revenge. And there'll be peace by the rooster's crow. Keep my feelings straight we go. I fought the desert stays just to bring you to me. Broke through your cold, healed through your mountain range. You brought my spirit to the edge of the bay. Throw me in the river, now I'm floating away. I laid my curse by the church, kneeled and said my amen. I washed my hands clean and threw away the bottle. The one you gave me that day
Let's see you rockin' horse ride. Let's see you hoochie girl swing now. Let's see you do your thing, enough to make a grown man cry. Let's see you rockin' horse ride. Let's see you get on up over here and try my luck. Shake it around, baby. It can sure drive a young man crazy. I want a slice of your pie. Let's see you rockin' horse ride. 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 Let's see you hoochie girl swing now. Let's see you do your thing, enough to make a grown man cry. Let's see you rockin' horse ride. Come on, baby, shake it. Shake it one time for me and Kingfish, baby. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Let us see what you're working with, honey. I like that. Come on, let us see your rockin' horse showing up right. Yeah, yeah. What you think about that, King? Oh, man, I'm liking that, man. What a dog's like. Let's see you rockin' horse ride.
Music from the new Eric Gales release featuring Chris Stone, Kingfish, Ingram in a track there entitled Rockin' Horse Ride. Prior to that, of course, Sebastian Lane and his new single Floatin' Away. Now, he said he's got another one he's working on, so hopefully we'll get access to that when it's available and we can play it for you. Well, there are some good shows coming up. There's one in particular that sounds interesting on the 19th. Over at the Durham Museum, they're going to have the History and Music series. That starts at 5:30 and is going to feature Dana Murray, who's with North Omaha Music and Arts, as well as Jordan the Ninja. And so they're going after a younger audience, but it sounds very cool. And happy birthday to Dana, by the way. He's got a birthday on the 17th, St. Patrick's Day. Also on the 19th, Joe McCarthy is at the Habitat. On the 20th, they're going to do a Stevie Wonder tribute down at the Jewel at 10th and Capitol inside the Marriott Hotel. And also on the 20th at 9 p.m., Matt Cox will be appearing at the Harney Street Tavern. Coming up on April 11th, Joann Parker will be appearing, so we're going to get her new single in here just as we end the show. But also on the 21st, then, Hector Anshando will be at the Salted Edge Restaurant, that in Waterloo, Nebraska, on the West Shores Lake. So lots going on. Well, it's time for me to, Harmony of Hope, a day of rock, blues, and soul, an event that is going to support child abuse prevention and awareness. That'll be on Sunday, March 29th from 2 until 7 p.m. at the B Bar at 4330 Leavenworth Street, and will feature two really smoking good bands, Selwyn and Soup and the Church of the Blues. Now, there is a cover, but that money's going to go to help a good cause, which is supporting child abuse prevention and awareness. Again, that's called the Harmony of Hope on Sunday, March 29th from 2 until 7 p.m. There we go. Now, I got to get out of here. We're going to play you the new Black Crowes, and we're going to play you the new release from Joann Parker. So new music for you right here on Pacific Street Blues. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye now.
Decide who's wrong or right. I guess we both must be wrong this time. You'll blame me, I'll say it was you, but in reality there's nothing left to do but raise the white flag. It's time to surrender. We once said forever, but we just can't stay together. This train's reached the end of the line. Nothing left to say except goodbye. Irreconcilable differences is what they'll say. All I know is neither of us wanted it this way. But you know what they say about best laid plans. Sometimes what you want just can't be what you have. Our journey's at an end, we're out of time. This train is at the end of the If I'm being honest, should've just stayed friends, but we didn't know, well, we didn't know then. All the places that we had been probably weren't the ones we should have been in, but it's too late now, we're too far down the road. This tank's on E, there's nowhere left to go. This train's reached the end of the line. Nothing left to say except goodbye. Irreconcilable differences is what they'll say. All I know is neither of us wanted it this way. But you know what they say about best laid plans. Sometimes what you want just can't be what you have. Our journey's at an end, we're out of time. This train is at the end of the line. Hey. We haven't reached an impasse, and it looks like it's gonna last. No hard feelings, we had a good